myself Prashant Kalidas Kavale. I am Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department, KK Wag Institute of Engineering Education Research, Nasik. So today's topic is PID control design tuning using suitable simulation software. So after completing this session, participant will able to explain the steps in designing a PID controller, analyze steps input response open loop, closed loop with without PID controller. So what is the aim? PID control design tuning using suitable simulation software to verify PID control action using Simulink of MATLAB apparatus, MATLAB software. So first we'll consider a parallel PID control system, parallel PID control, proportional integral derivative. So this is a set point, this is a comparator, it sends the error signal, then according to their action they produce an manipulated output, then it is sent to the process or plant system, and system performs some output. That output is again unity feedback to the comparator. Like this systems work. So mathematical equations time base, UT means output of a controller, okay, and input is the error signal. For proportional integral, the KP stand for the proportional gain, KI stand for the integral gain, and KD stand for the derivative gain. So apply Laplace transform on the both side, you will get this system. So what is the transfer function of this controller? Output manipulated upon error signal input, KP plus KI upon S plus KDS. KP proportional gain, KI integral gain, KD derivative gain. So we know the transient response, we already talked about this in last lectures. So there are some terminology: rise time, delay time, setting time, overshoot, and this is a steady state. Okay, so consider a simple mechanical mass spring damper system. So due to some excitation, external force, it produces some displacement. So the governing equation in terms of differential format, mx double dot plus bx dot plus kx plus f. So converting this is in the Laplace transform, ms square ds plus kx. So this is we have done in modeling section. So we are interested what is the transfer function of this system. So transfer function of this system is ms square bs plus k. Now we put down some values. So we are assuming mass equal to 1 kg, damper value 10 Newton second per meter, and stiffness constant 20 Newton per meter. So you can take a different one also as per your system or model. So we are inserting this value. For example, ms square, m stand for the 1, that's why s square, b stand for the 10, 10s, and k 20. So these are the exact transfer function of our plant or model. So our goal is to find out KP, KI, KD value so we can get a fast rise time. There should be minimum or no overshoots and zero steady state error. So case 1, first we'll start with the open loop step response. So open loop step response, so everything we are doing this in Simulink of MATLAB. So in MATLAB there is a Simulink, and in that Simulink we are build this model. So we get a different blocks in MATLAB. We'll see this. So when you open the MATLAB, so you will get a Simulink on a toolbar. If you click it, you will get some library. From library, choose proper blocks for your building system. So pick up this block and drop in the page and connect it with the lines. So you will build such kind of system. Then once you build a system, then you double click on this icon and put down the value. For example, unit step response, we put down the value 2. Then transfer function coefficient, so we double click it and put 1 coefficient for s square, 10 for s, and 20 for third term. Okay, then we are running this model. Okay, and after run, if you double click on this output is given by the scope and input is given by this. So if you double click it, we get a response. So how to build, if you want, so go to this link, getting started with Simulink part 1 building math web. So you will get details. So once you build and run, you will get this output. Okay, this transient response of open system. Okay, so we'll just see set value is 2 and what is the output, nearer to the 0.1. So this is the rise time of 1 second and setting time 3 seconds. So we'll just go for some analyze the system and give remark. The DC gain of a plant transfer function is 1/20, so 0.05 is the final value of output to a unit step. This correspond to steady state error 0.95, okay, which quite a large. Furthermore, the rise time is about 1 second. Rise time is about 1 second and setting time is about 3 seconds. So let's design a controller that will reduce the rise time, setting time, eliminate the steady state error. Now for this, we first go with the proportional controller. So we are introducing one block with from the library in Simulink, and it is a PID block. In that I and D we kept 0 0. Only we'll give the p value. What is the p value? 300, means proportional gain is 300. And then we give the unity feedback. Then with the help of block diagram reduction principle, we are converting this into the single block and reducing closed loop transfer function into the open loop. Finally we got this transfer function value of entire system. So when we run and just click on the scope, we get output like this. So the plot shows that proportional controller reduces both rise time and steady state error. So what is the set value? 2. It goes nearer to the 2 and decrease the setting time. Last in open loop setting time is 3 seconds. Now what is the setting time? It reduces to the 2 seconds. Okay, just see. But there is a offset. What is the target value? 2, which we have reached up to the nearer. Now to go for again refinement, we introduce derivative control also. So we put down the derivative gain 10. So again, if you reduce the block diagram and finally open loop transfer function, then you get this transfer function value. So when you run this, now look at the output response. The plot shows that the addition of the derivative term reduces both overshoot and setting time and negligible effect on the rise time and the steady state error. So it will reduces the overshoot, but the offset error is remains same. Rise time is also remains same, only overshoot is reduces. Now instead of derivative control, now we are introducing the integral control, and we are changing the proportional value 30, ki value 70, and finally we get a transfer function by block diagram reduction. When we run the system, so we get an output response like this. In Simulink, we have reduced the proportional gain to kp30 because of the integral controller also reduces the rise time and increases the overshoot as the proportional controller does. The above response shows that integral controller eliminate the steady state error in this. Now just see that we have reached to the 2. Before that there is a offset now, so integral control reduces the offset. Okay, this is the important one. Overshoot also reduces smoothen, response is smoothen. Now finally we'll go with the all the actions in composite. So we have taken 3 values, kp 350, ki 300, kd 50, and final transfer function of the entire plant is like this. So when we run this, so we get the output. So what is the output? If you see, we have achieved, we have also closed loop system with no overshoot, fast rise time, and no steady state error. So we have reached our goal. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is obtain an open loop response and determine what needs to be improved. Add proportional control to improve the rise time. Add derivative control to reduce the overshoot. Add an integral control to reduce the steady state error. Adjust each of the gain until obtain a desired overall response. So this is the reference site. You can visit this. You will get more details regarding this. Thank you for them. If you like this video, then like it. Also please subscribe it my YouTube channel by pressing the bell icon and never miss the update. Thank you all for listening.